This video has been kindly sponsored by Squarespace, an all-in-one platform for building your own brand and growing your business online. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be making some tops for my spring and summer wardrobe. I've had these two images saved for years now, and they kind of inspired me to not only make these pieces, but also just some tops that I can wear in my day-to-day. And so I'm gonna go ahead and do that with the scrap yarn that I still have. The majority of the yarn that I'm gonna use is 100% wool. Some of them are acrylic, but most of them I actually purchased for my Frutiger Arrow challenge, but that failed tremendously, which is why there's no video on it. And I have a lot of yarn left over, like lots of blues. They're all 100% wool from Hobby Yarn. I also have some of this alpaca wool nylon mix yarn right here that I think would be good. And then I have some big twist yarn still available. And then I think I also got this from Joann's. It's 100% recycled cotton or recycled acrylic from Eddie Bar. This yarn here, I think this is, I like the texture in the brown. And so what I'm thinking of doing is with that tie vest, I think I'm going to use this yarn here. This is also 100% wool. And then I'm going to do like, it kind of looks like there's different stitches done on each row. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a treble crochet row and then maybe a double crochet row and just alternate between those for a back panel and then two top panels, and then that'll be done. And then for the other top, it looks like a granny square top, but missing a side, like a triangle granny triangle. And so I kind of tested out how I was gonna do it yesterday, and it's actually really easy, and I'll show you guys how to do it. But yeah, I'm just gonna work that up and then tie it at the top and then somewhere on the sides, and then have the point in the middle stick out. And I just need to figure out what yarn I want to do that with. I'm thinking of this, but I wanted to make it like a color scheme like the picture, but I don't have many different browns besides like these two browns, but I'll figure it out. So I just chained 51 with this 4 yarn and a 4mm hook. I decided to use a smaller hook than I usually do. I always go for like a 5mm, but for this I kind of want the stitches to look a bit smaller. I think a chain of 51 would be okay. I know that for the back panel, most likely it'll just go straight up, and then if I have to, I'll decrease a little bit so that I can make the straps look the way it does in the picture. But I'm just gonna go ahead and start with a half double crochet row, and then every odd row will be half double crochet and every even row will be double crochet. I just finished one row of half double crochet, and then right now I'm working on the treble crochet row. It's already looking a bit thick. I don't have any smaller yarn than this. This is what it's looking like right now. It could still potentially be cute. I'm also thinking, what if I do, I don't know what it's called, but instead of the treble crochet, like you wind it twice around the hook, 1, 2, like that. But then what if I do it a third time and then work that to make it slightly longer and looser? All right, I just did it, and it's a bit hard to see, but this is the treble crochets here. And then this is the, I don't know what it's called, the extra treble crochet there. And it does look better. So I think I'm gonna take this apart and then just do the extra treble crochets instead, just so that it is more looser, like in the photo. But also I think they're using like a better yarn than this. Like this is wool. Like I think if I used like a weight 2 or a weight 3 yarn, this would come out really loose and pretty. But I'm only on the first row, so just let me give it a chance and see how it goes. So I got about 12 rows done before realizing I made a crucial mistake. I said that I was going to use a smaller hook so that I can make the stitches smaller, but I want the stitches to be bigger. So unfortunately, I'm gonna start everything over, but then instead of the 5mm hook, I think I'm gonna use a 6mm so that it could be more spacious. I don't know why I thought going small would make it smaller. Like, using a smaller hook does make it smaller, but I don't want it to be smaller. I want it to be more spacious, and that was my issue. So I'm gonna restart and then let you know how it's going once I get somewhere.
And I especially mean no offense to his fits, but off the wall is when Michael Jackson, the pop star, was born.
It has been like 4-5 hours since I started this, and after restarting probably 4 times, I officially finished the back panel. This is how long it is. It is 30.5 inches and 33 rows. And I am happy that I did switch the hook size, because that really made a difference in how it looks. It's a lot looser, just the way that I wanted it to be. And this is how it would look when I'm wearing it in the back. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the front panels, which I decided that I'm gonna do, since I chained a 35 for this, I'm gonna chain 18 for both of the front panels and then just work that the same amount of rows as this. And then hopefully that's enough to like kind of be how this cardigan is, but just pretend it stops like right here. Because I don't want it to be oversized. It's supposed to be a vest, and I don't want it to like hang off my shoulder. But I feel like when I block it, it might just do that. So I guess when I block it, I'll have to remember to pin it down on the length to make sure it settles down lengthwise and not get larger, but whatever happens, happens. When I got to 21 rows on the front panels, I started my decrease sections. For the decrease sections, all I did was chain 3, which is how I started all of the double treble crochet rows, then yarned over 3 times with my hook, then skipped the first stitch and worked into the second stitch with a yarn over, and then pulled through 2 until there was 1 loop on my hook remaining. Skipping the first stitch makes a decrease in the beginning of the row. Then after that, I just worked the rest of the row normally until I reached the last 2 stitches. When I got to the last 2 stitches, I yarned over 3 times, then inserted my hook into the first stitch, yarned over and pulled through, then inserted my hook into the last stitch, yarned over and pulled through. This gave me 6 loops on my hook, and then I just yarned over and pulled through 2 until I had 1 loop on my hook remaining. And that was the decrease I did at the end of the double treble crochet rows. For the half double crochet row, I chained 1 and turned my work, then skipped the first stitch and worked the row normally until there were 2 stitches remaining. Then for the last 2 stitches, I yarned over, then inserted my hook into the first stitch, yarned over and pulled through, then inserted my hook into the last stitch, yarned over and pulled through, then yarned over and pulled through all the loops. And that's the decrease for the end of the half double crochet rows. I just repeated this back and forth until there were 7 stitches remaining, but for some reason I got 8 stitches remaining for my other panel. So if you're making this, don't worry, it won't change the fit or anything. But once I got to 7 stitches, I just went ahead and continued to crochet the same pattern with no more decreases until it reached 33 rows. Once all the panels were complete, I just slip stitched the front panels to the back panel at the top, which was incredibly simple and fast since the front panels only had 7 stitches to work with. Then I chose random spots on the side for where the armholes should be, then slip stitched from that spot downwards until the sides were connected. For the middle tie, all I did was connect my hook to where I wanted the tie to be and then chained 150, and then after that, my vest was complete. Here is what the vest looks like all complete. I haven't blocked it just yet. I think what I'm gonna do is block everything at the same time just to make it easier for myself. I think since none of these pieces are gonna be huge, I can just put out all of my blocking boards and then pin them all at the same time and then see it like the final result. But this was actually incredibly easy to make. Like, you could finish this within 1 day. You just need to make sure that you know where you want to decrease, like how big your armhole should be, and the length and everything. If I were to redo this though, I just would use like a weight 3 yarn instead of the weight 4. And then I would still keep using the 6mm hook. I might even go to 7mm just to make it more spacious in the stitches. But this is actually really easy, and I feel like you can also make one that's shorter. That like this one goes to my thighs, but if you want, you could make one that goes to like right here, and it'll be a cute little layover top for like the summer or whatever. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I just need to figure out how I want to style it, but I'll probably do that when I'm trying everything on. The next piece that I want to make is really simple. It's literally just one front panel, and then I'm gonna add like little brackets to the sides so that when I make the chains for the straps and the sides, it can tie in the back and everything is held into place. If it works out, I want to make a couple of them. So I'm first gonna do one with these. I think it'll be really pretty to mix this little sparkling thread with this yarn here. And then a solid red one I think would be really cute, as well as this yarn here that is kind of textured and everything. I chained 45, and I'm just making sure that it goes to like kind of like where my armpit starts to the other one, like this. And then all I'm gonna do, I decided to do double crochet. All I'm gonna do is just work double crochet down until I like the length, and then it'll be done, and all I have to do is just the side brackets, and I'll show you how I do that. I just did one row of double crochet, and this is what it's looking like right now. I'm not sure how this would look as a top. I feel like this green is a bit too saturated. I'm thinking maybe I use this green instead, or maybe this one. But I think I'm gonna finish it just as a little tester, so I know exactly what I'm doing, and then with the other ones it'll be a breeze, and if I really want to do another green, then I can do that. While working on the green top, I ended up watching RDC World, and this was the moment where I realized that I can only actually watch things when I knit, because for some reason I can't crochet without looking at what I'm doing. I can look up a couple times, but the majority of the time is spent just looking at the stitches. And I wanted to start watching movies instead of YouTube while I work so that I can be more mindful with the content that I consume. But when I crochet, that just goes out the window, and my only option is either to listen to music, listen to an audiobook, or watch a YouTube video that really piques my interest, because I'm not able to crochet without entertainment these days. I need something happening or I just get really bored. So I've gotten 18 rows done, and unfortunately this is how much yarn I have left, and because I'm scared that I'm gonna run out, I have decided to stop here and go ahead and work the sides. So I placed this on my chest and then marked where I'd want the sides to be, which is just right under my underarm area. And so what I'm gonna do for each side is just work double crochets, probably like 3 to 4 rows of them, starting from the bottom, working down to the stitch marker, and then working outwards so that I can be able to add ties to the top and then just weave them into the back. So like I said, I just attached my yarn to where the stitch markers were and then double crochet down to create a row. And then just repeated working double crochet rows until I had 3 in total on both sides of the top. I just finished both of the side bracket thingies, and where is it? This is how much yarn I have left over. Like, I'm glad I stopped exactly where I did at each point, because I would not have been able to finish the base of the top. So this is essentially what it looks like. Kind of boring, but I'm gonna add some straps to the top right here. I have no choice but to use this. This is the closest I can get. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this and still combine it with the sparkly yarn. So hopefully those two can mesh together. All I'm doing is attaching my hook onto the side corner of the top part of the top, and then just going in, bringing it through, and then chaining as long of a chain that I want. So if I'm connecting it to the brackets on the sides, I think I'm gonna chain maybe like 200, just so there's enough of the tie to really cross in the back and then be able to make like a little bow. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So this is what it looks like all complete. The back looks like this, and it's actually like the perfect length, honestly. I like how like in the middle it kind of like droops a little bit unintentionally, and it just gives Winx Club vibes a little bit. I think I want to test out a single crochet one. I don't like how half double crochet looks. I never have. I've only used it if I have to for like ribbing. So I'm not gonna try half double crochet here, but for this, I want to make a red one with the sparkles in maybe single crochet, and then one with with double crochet, just to see how they all look. But this is really cute. I also was playing with some of the crochet roses and flowers I made a while ago, and I kind of like put it here, and look how cute that would be. I'm not about to crochet a rose right now because I don't feel like it, but this would be so cute just to put this on and then have like a little maxi skirt and like go to the beach or some little restaurant by the ocean and stuff. I just think this is cute. I went ahead and started working on the other colors I had in mind, starting with the red. I added the sparkly yarn to the red as well, and for some reason, probably due to the type of yarn I mixed the sparkly with, it felt pretty rough and slightly abrasive to my skin, but I kept going thinking it would get better after I blocked it. For the red one in particular, I wanted to change up the pattern a bit, so I did 20 rows of single crochet for the chest area before working the rest of the top in double crochet for 9 rows. Once the red top was done, which took probably an hour or two to do. I don't really track the time, unfortunately, but after it was done, I took a break to watch this tennis anime called Stars Align. Watching this made me realize that sports animes are probably my favorite type of animes to watch. Either that or psychologically dark animes. And of course, I ended up watching Dylan Is in Trouble because I never miss an upload. For the last type of top that I wanted to make, I just made a granny square, but the only difference is that I did 3 sections instead of 4 in the beginning. So I first chained 4 and joined it in the round, then chain 2. Then in the middle space that the join in the round makes, I worked 2 double crochets into there since the chain 2 counts as a 3rd double crochet. After, I chained 2 and worked 3 more double crochets into the same space. I chained 2 and worked 3 more double crochets. After that, I chained 2 and slip stitched into the first stitch of the row. It leaves a bit of an awkward gap, but that's okay. I slip stitched until I got to one of the chain 2 spaces, and in that space I chained 2. Then I worked 2 double crochets, a chain 2, and 3 more double crochets into that same space. In the next space, I worked 3 double crochets, a chain 2, then 3 more double crochets. I repeated this for the 3rd space. Then I slip stitched into the first stitch of the row to end the row. I slip stitched down to the chain 2 gap, then attached my second color by chaining 2 with it. Then I worked 2 double crochets, a chain 2, and 3 more double crochets in that corner space. In the space in between the corners, I only worked 3 double crochets. Then in the next corner, I worked 3 double crochets, a chain 2, then 3 more double crochets. Then I just repeated these steps for a total of 13 rows, or basically just until the size was where I wanted it to be. When it got to 13 rows, I attached my hook to each side of the top corners and chained 150 to make the straps to hold the top up. This is what the final top looks like on. I think I really like it. The only thing is, like, I think I'm gonna undo the chains and move it slightly over here so that it holds it up more towards the center rather than on the side, because it looks like this right now, which is cute, but I kind of want it to be more right here. So I'm gonna do that really quick, and then I can go ahead and block everything. Once all the tops were complete, I went ahead and blocked them. For the vest in particular, I wanted the length to be a bit longer for the side panels to stretch out more, so I made sure to pin it so it can dry that way. Sorry if the audio is bad in this section, I'm trying to work it out. But here is the first piece that I finished. This is completely blocked, and I'm really glad that I did block it because the stitches are a lot wider. It's just, you know how, like, if you're someone that blocks your items, you know how nice it is after blocking. And this, actually, it didn't even take that long to block. Like, I threw it in the washing machine, and then I took it out when it was damp, I pinned it down, and then I went to go play tennis for a couple hours. Like 3 hours, and then when I got back it was all done. So I was like, okay, that works. I thought I was gonna have to wait like a day or two, but nope. This is a lot cuter than I thought it was gonna be after I finished it. Like, I knew it was gonna be cute, and then I tried it on before blocking and I was like, I don't know if I really like this. It's kind of why I didn't show you what it looked like yet. But then after I blocked it and I put it on, I was still like, it's okay. But now that I have it all dressed up and I have like a little cute bag with it, it looks a lot better. So this is what the front looks like. The side is a little cinched up because I slip stitched it together kind of like awkwardly, but this side looks a lot better on the side where the seam is, if you can see. And then this is the back. And yeah, this is really cute. I want to figure out ways to style this. I know it's just a vest, you can throw it on with anything, but there are pieces that this goes better with than others. And I just want to go through my closet and see what I can come up with. But yeah, this is really, really cute. This is perfect for the spring and summertime. And I'm thinking maybe I can make like a green one to fit more of my wardrobe, or maybe a brown one. I think a green and a brown one would be really, really cute. But yeah, I like this. As a first time making this and figuring it out as I went, this went pretty well. I do want to make one that's like shorter, like right here. I think that would be really cute too. Here is the second type of top that I made. Because I made like 3 total versions of this, I'm gonna show like little clips of how I style the other ones and just show or talk about this one while it's on, but all of them like look exactly like this. The only difference is the green and the brown one, I didn't do single crochet at the top and then double crochet on the bottom. I just did all double crochet. I just wanted to see if there would be any much of a difference. And there isn't really, but at the same time, I think this is just really, really cute. The sparkle thread that I added on here is very, very itchy and kind of abrasive on my skin. So I'll have to just be careful when putting this on. For some reason, the green one, it doesn't feel that way, but with this one, I can really, really feel it. But it's really cute. The back, I kind of messed up putting the ties in because there's no like set place to put brackets. I didn't really do that because you could just throw it into any of the stitches and it works. And I was trying to tighten it and ended up missing some spots, so that's why it's kind of like, well, I kind of tucked it into, or yeah, right here. If you can see, I didn't tuck it into like these 2 places, so I just kind of tucked it into the ties so it's not noticeable, but I can't really see, so it could be noticeable, could not be. But I still think this is a really cute top. The length is perfect. You can like really adjust how tight you want it. Like if you want it to be more upwards, you can just really pull on the strings to make it tight. But right now it's just a comfortable amount of tightness. These types of tops are like really, really simple to make. Like you can make probably like 3 to 5 of them in one day if you have the time, and just have a whole bunch of set tops you can throw on, especially for like the spring and summertime when it's like really hot. You just have this, and like if you want, you can make one that will go good with like overalls, and then throw some overalls over it, and it's really relaxing and comfortable. You can wear this with your favorite pair of jeans, your favorite skirt to dress it up. You can literally do anything with these, and if you can do like different color combos if you want, and it's really fun and easy to do. And that's kind of what I like. I like simple projects that I can like turn my brain off to and then make a lot of use of after when it's complete. Here is the last piece that I made. And at first, this was my least favorite piece out of the 3 tops that I made. But after trying this on with this skirt, it's kind of like a corset, and it's really cute. And I was thinking if I made this in black really quick, this would be really cute and something that I would wear the most out of everything I just made. This is really cute. And the reason why I was saying that it might be my least favorite is because I was really struggling with the color combinations and trying to figure out which colors I would actually wear, because with granny squares in particular, there are some combinations that I just don't think is cute, or if I do think it's cute in the context of home decor or blankets or bags and stuff, not really as tops or sweaters that I would wear. And even some granny square pieces that I've made for tops, like some sweaters and some like tie tops and stuff I've made, I really like the silhouette of it, but I do feel like the colors could have been a lot better. With this, I don't mind the colors. I think it works for me personally. I am, like I said, I'm going to try to make a black one, but I do really want to like figure out some color combinations that would be nice enough to wear for my style in particular. I was going through this little booklet, which is like a dictionary of different colors, and I was seeing like different color combinations that I like and stuff, but then I was like, even if I do like the color combination, it is up to the yarn that I have, because I'm really trying not to buy any more yarn. Thankfully, this came out really cute. Like I said, the color combination is not bad. It works for me, it works for my style. I have things that can easily work with it. And yeah, I feel like out of everything I made, I feel like I might make more of these, just because this just gives like such a nice corset type of shape with this. I'm gonna see how it looks like with jeans really quick. This is it with jeans, and it's still cute. I like the silhouette of the maxi skirt more, but this is still pretty cute. I feel like this would be what I'd wear to like Lollapalooza or something this year. This is an option for me now that I've made it. But yeah, this is the top. I think this is funny that, like I said, this was going to be my least favorite, but this ended up being my favorite out of everything. I guess my second favorite would be the brown top, and then my third favorite would be the green top. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments which one was your favorite, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Before we go, I want to quickly say thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're creating a website to offer services, sell products, or to just showcase your art portfolio, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website and engage with your audience. Squarespace has an incredibly easy website builder, which will help you get started whether you're someone who prefers to use a professionally designed template, or if you want to go deeper into the designing process, Squarespace has the tools to help you build a site just how you'd like it. If you're someone who's wanting to sell products, whether they're physical, digital, or even memberships, Squarespace has all the tools you need to get started, like their commerce tool, which allows you to track orders you've received and even offers ways to develop your shop even further. You can even engage with your audience by sending out newsletters with their email campaigns, which are completely customizable and come with analytics for you to keep track of engagement and help improve your marketing strategies. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/ecoshun to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video.